everybody! I have read all of your stories, and guess what? They were all amazing. They were funny, they were sad, they were hilarious, they were everything you could think of. I read all the stories. Some had moose, some had goose, some had rabbit, some had dogs, some had friends, some had moms. They were so great. I've read a couple and I'm going to share them with you today. I'm going to read you a few from each class so you can kind of see what other kids in other classes have done.
My Moose and Fox. Author and illustrations, Blakely. Once upon a time, there was a moose named Stripe. He had a friend named Eva Fox. One day, Stripe and Eva went to ballet in Fernie. They went to go dancing. Stripe and Eva are in ballet class, and they are dancing to Frozen music. Then, the teacher comes back, and the ballerinas do too. Oh no! The ballet teacher is not yelling. She's whispering like a mouse. Then she says, "You can stay if you want." And the teacher turned on the Frozen music, and they all danced. This book is dedicated to Lena, Joe, and Maya. Author and illustrations, Carmen. Once upon a time, there was a moose named Joe. He had a friend named Maya Kitty. One day, Joe and Maya went to the pool in Fernie. They went to swim. Joe and Maya went inside the pool, but Maya didn't like water. Then Joe drank up almost all the water, so Maya wouldn't be afraid to swim. When Maya felt braver, Joe spit out all of the water. Joe had an idea. Maya can ride on Joe's back. They finally get to swim. This book is dedicated to Luciana, my sister. The Moose. Author and illustrations, Torrin Henderson. Once upon a time, there was a moose named Parker, and he had a friend named Torrin Raccoon. One day, Parker and Torrin went to DQ in Fernie. They went to DQ to eat ice cream. Parker got startled and charged and sneezed all over the claw prints going into DQ. The workers gave them a mop and broom to clean up. And they gave them ice cream. Yum! This book is dedicated to Parker. George's Cake by Ian Mason. George's Cake. Once there was a moose and his name is George. George went shopping for ingredients for a cake. When George got all the ingredients, he went back to his treehouse and George baked a cake. Then George let the cake cool down. After an hour, George went back to the cake, but the cake was gone. George looked everywhere for it. Then George went into the forest. George saw the cake running into the forest. George got all his clothes on. George ran into the forest. The cake ran into a tree. When George went into the tree, there was his best friend Squirrel, and they had the cake together. The end. Mia and Levi were hiking by Chantal. One day, Mia and Levi were getting ready to go on a hike. Hey, Mia, do you need to go to the washroom? No. When they were in the middle of the mountain, Mia said, I need to go to the washroom. I told you to go to the washroom. After they found a nice spot to go to the washroom, Mia said, let's go home. The end. The Cookie Monster and the Moose by Willow Sorefleet. One day, Navy was on a walk. she saw her friend, cat, dog, lion, and pig. Paws was skiing in the north. If you were wondering, Paws is a snow leopard. He loved the snow and ice. His friend George was skiing with him. Navis's group went up with Paws and George, and they went on their adventure. The first thing they did was rock climbing. The next thing they did was ball. Then they smelled something good. They followed the scent. It was coming from a home in the village. They went inside, and the people inside asked them if they would like a cookie. It was the best. The Cop by Nye. The cop is drinking coffee. The cop eats a muffin. He gets a sugar rush. He drinks water and feels better. Jack is playing basketball by Logan. Jack is playing basketball with his friends. Jack runs and blocks the net. Jack blocks the net. He gets the ball and throws the ball into the net. He scores! Mrs. Muffins by Bronwyn. Mrs. Muffin wanted to live in the muffin shop. Mrs. Muffin went into the muffin shop. Mrs. Muffin is in the muffin shop. Mrs. Muffin lives in the muffin shop. The Moose Eats Apples by Nate. The moose is eating apples. Crunch, munch, he has eaten all of the apples. Moose went, because his tummy hurt. He went to bed. Nicey the Cookie by Mila. Nicey the Cookie was excited for her birthday. She invites 10 friends. But her mom said that she could only invite 9 friends. She said, "Okay, Mom." Happy birthday, Nicey. Pikachu Chip. Author and illustrations by Isa Schaefer. Once upon a time, Pikachu Chip. One day, Pikachu Chip went to McDonald's. The whole place was filled with French fries. They ate all the French fries. The end. The Missing Ball. Author and illustrations, Chisholm Hutchinson. Once upon a time, me and Matthias were walking my dogs. The ball gets stuck under the stairs. My nanny found the ball. Dog and Cat Go to the Theater. Author and illustrations by Penny Berg. Hi, I am a dog and I am a cat. The dog and cat were at the theater. The problem was the dog was pretending that he was a ghost. And the cat was very scared. Help! The cat noticed that the ghost was her friend dog. T-Rex and Duck and the Wolves. Author Ollie Bouchard. Illustrations Ollie Bouchard. One day, T-Rex and the duck went to the pond at night. T-Rex and Duck were scared because there was wolves at the pond. They figured out an idea. The idea was scary because T-Rex had to roar. T-Rex roared at the wolves. The end.
Well, everybody, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for participating in the Moose on the Loose project with the Fernie Art Station. You guys all did such a wonderful job. Please take your stories home and read them to your families. They're all so amazing. They're funny, they're sad, they're great. They're so great. So thanks a lot for participating. And don't forget, keep those imaginations wild.